What's up, people? I am back again. About like the last 20 minutes or so, I got done finishing the movie Kiss of the Dragon. So we're going to be continuing on with our Jet Li movies. Rewatching this one is a fun one. Bridget Fonda's in it, and Jet Li plays a Chinese intelligent agent named Li Wan who said he is fooled into believing he's taken down a mob boss, but it turns out the corrupt police general, a French police general, Richard, played by, I cannot pronounce his name. You might recognize him as the bad guy from Bad Boys, and that's what I most recognized him from. And he plays a corrupt cop who sets up Jet Li, framing him for two murders, and then he along the way meets Bridget Fonda, who's an American who was forced into prostitution, and Jet has to save her daughter. That's the element of the film. I like Bridget Fonda for the most part. I've seen her in multiple other films. She's fine. I think she was in she was in Point of No Return. She was in Jackie Brown. Like, she was in a lot of stuff I like. But to be honest, I don't think she was needed in this movie. I think her whole subplot with it wasn't needed. I think it should have just been them trying to frame Jet for murder. I think that should have just been the story and them trying to get him. It didn't really need that element with it just felt a little thrown in there, but it's fine. Bridget Fonda does fine. She plays a prostitute she's forced into prostitution. And, a lot of the fight scenes in this are there's no choreography, there's no CGI, there's no wire work, which is pretty cool. Like, because I think I just saw, like, apparently Jet Li, like, wanted to, like, use little CGI as possible. He wanted to, like, go for a more realistic take. So, because at the time, this was post-Matrix, so this is when they started doing a lot of CGI and a lot of wire work. And then, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, like, that's when, like, action scenes were very much, they used the wire work or CGI. So Jet Li wanted to make this one much more realistic. And I think he did a good job of portraying it. So, here we go. Film opens. Holy shit. So the film opens up. We see Jet Li arriving at the hotel, meeting with Mr. Big and the other police force. They're trying to take down. Sorry, guys. They're trying to take down Chinese mob boss, Mr. Big. And he's working with Jean-Pierre Richard as, his eyes. And, they think it's this whole operation. Then two prostitutes come in, one of them being Bridget Fonda in a disguise. Well, while Bridget decides to go to the bathroom, I'm trying to remember, what is her character's name in this? Jessica. Jessica goes to the bathroom. The other prostitute kills Mr. Big, or stabs Mr. Big with like a blade of some kind. And they're watching while Jet Li and everyone is watching on a surveillance camera. And Jet Li comes in and stops the girl from stabbing him. But then Richard comes in and kills both of them. And basically is now framing Jet Li for the murder. We get a cool action scene in the beginning where Jet Li manages to escape. He has to try to get out, and he's going through, like, laundry chutes. Threw a grenade on a guy. That was pretty cool. And so Jet Li manages to escape and is hiding out at his uncle's house. And this is where it's revealed. We meet Jessica again. She's working for Richard, who's actually forcing her who's forcing her into prostitution to get his daughter to get her daughter back. I'm gonna keep saying it. I don't think this element was needed in the movie. It just I didn't remember it. I vividly remember the fight scene in the end where Jet Li's taking on those two blonde guys. But I hadn't watched this movie since I was a kid, so I didn't remember that element where he has to like save his daughter and she has to save her daughter. It's just I don't think it was needed. It almost makes it feel a little too sappy. But so he she but where she's doing her work, her sex work, it's in front of the restaurant. So she has to go to the bathroom. So Jet Li lets her go to the bathroom. Um, then there's that. Then we get another sequence where Richard meets up with the Chinese police, um, because Jet Li escaped with a videotape which showed proof of Richard doing the murder. So, so he meets with the Chinese liaison. This is what it says on here. Liaisons, and he meets with one of them. One of them I recognize. He was I think he was in Rush Hour 3. He was the French Asian guy who got cursed out by Carter. So Jet Li finds a phone, calls him, and he meets him on a boat. And the guy tells him he's gonna find a way for him to escape, but then he gets killed. We get a cool action sequence on the boat. Jet Li takes out a few guys. Very realistic, man. Just like kind of hard hitting, like not as hard hitting like Unleashed, but it's up there almost. So Jet Li manages to escape, gets on a train, and gets back home. His uncle is helping him treat his wounds. Jessica comes back because she offers to help Jet Li like sew up his injuries. He does, and this is where we get more of her backstory. Then the pimp shows up, kind of starts beating her up, and then you knew this was gonna happen. There's gonna be a moment Jet Li beats his ass, takes out this like big jacked black dude, and then the guy from earlier who works for Richard shows up and starts shooting up the restaurant, but he ends up shooting the uncle because his uncle just gets back, and then Jet Li kills the guy pretty brutally, stabs him with like chopsticks to the throat, like pretty brutal. Then do like a burial type of deal. But then this is where Jet Li realizes she was one of the prostitutes from the other night. So she says she'll help him, but because Richard has her daughter, and he offers, okay, if you help me, I will, because she's his only proof, basically proof of his innocence. So she says she'll help, but he needs to get her daughter back. So they devise a plan to get like the location of the basically Jessica plays like she's still working with Richard. She manages to get like the information and the location of the place. Then she meets up with Jet. They go to this. It's like a nursing home, like orphanage. But it turns out Richard anticipated it and had people there. Jet Li takes a few guys out. Him and Jessica escape, but Jessica ends up getting shot. So he takes her to the hospital, and then he heads to the police. We get this badass scene. This movie goes pretty quick. That's in general the thing with a lot of Jet Li movies. They go quick. Like, you get a lot of story, even if the story is only like an hour and a half. You get a lot out of that time. So Richard gets a call from Jet Li, and Jet Li says, "Look outside." And he's like, "I'm coming up." When he said, "I'm coming up," I was like, "Oh shit!" And dude, he kills a dude with a flag, like impales him with a flagpole. Takes a few guys out, and this is where we get the iconic fight with the blonde guys. Dude, my opinion, I like that they made him hang with him for a bit. It wasn't just like he takes him out in like 2 seconds. And the one dude, he broke his neck, man. Like, because he was trying to, like, if you know wrestling, there's this move called the Hurricane Rana where you, like, use your legs to flip somebody over. The guy was trying to do that. Jet Li caught him and just fucking threw him on the ground and smacked it, broke his neck. And then the other one, who was a bit bigger, it was a pretty good fight, but Jet Li just hit the nuts, broke his throat, and took him out, and then confronts Richard. And then Richard tries to shoot him, but Jet Li manages. Throughout the film, you see Jet Li use these acupuncture needles, and they kind of put people out, you know? But this one was. He even says the title, The Kiss of the Dragon. It's basically like poison almost, where all your blood rushes to your head and it starts like you're basically gonna die. And dude, and then when he tells the little girl, okay, little girl, just wait outside, and then she said goodbye, Mister. I died at that because it's like she knows. Oh yeah, you're dead. And yeah, he pretty much bleeds out and dies. And then Jessica's reunited with her daughter, and yeah, I really enjoyed this film. It was a fun hour and a half. Jet Li, I love the fact that he didn't use any wires, and it does have like, especially same with like Unleashed, like that realistic fighting style. Don't get me wrong, I'm cool with wires and that wiring. I love Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and I think there was wire work probably in like Hero and stuff, but it's fine. There's nothing wrong with just going a more realistic route. And Richard was a good bad guy, not over the top. I accept with the bad guys in a lot of these kind of movies, they're never going to be like super complicated. They're just bad guys. This guy was just a corrupt cop who wanted to frame Jet for murder. That was it. Nothing over the top, nothing like that. No crazy backstory, which is sometimes good. It's the same with like Hans Gruber and like Die Hard. They're just bad guys, you know? So there's nothing wrong with just having a bad guy who's just a bad guy. But I definitely like this movie. I would give it about like a 7 out of 10. I think, as much as I like Bridget Fonda, I would have probably wrote her out of the movie. I think it should have just been Richard trying to get Jet Li, and that's it. The Bridget Fonda element with the daughter, I just think it almost was tacked on. It almost overcomplicates the movie. I just think it needed to be simple. It's still a good movie. And don't get me wrong, I'm not like shitting on Bridget Fonda or anything. I like her and other stuff. It's just, I don't think she was really needed in this specific movie. But other than that, I still had fun with it. You get some really good action scenes. Especially the thing with the daughter, you only see the daughter for like 2 seconds. Like there's one scene where she's talking to Richard alone, and then the end. And then she's asleep in the final act, in the ending. So she's not really like a big part of the movie anyway. That's why I was saying you kind of could write her out of it. It's like, but other than that, I all around still really like this film. I have been having fun reviewing Jet Li films. I don't know what my next Jet Li movie will be yet. I don't think I've reviewed all the big ones, but definitely I will find some. But other than that, I will find some more Jet Li movies to review next week. But tomorrow, I will be kicking off my Beverly Hills Cop. I'll probably do a few Eddie Murphy movies, just like Beverly Hills Cop. We're going to do 48 hours. I'll do both of them. But I think that'll probably be... I'm doing like... And then like The Golden Child. I'm doing like his 80s stuff. I'm not doing like Pluto Nash. I'm not doing Haunted Mansion. I'm not doing a lot of his later stuff. We're going to stick to like his stuff from the 80s. So, but tomorrow's going to be fun. I love Beverly Hills Cop. I love reviewing those movies. So that's going to be fun. So the schedule will be, tomorrow will be Beverly Hills Cop 1. Wednesday will be Beverly Hills Cop 2. Thursday will be 3. And then I think Friday we'll just do 48 hours. So that'll be my schedule this week. So pretty much the rest of this week will be Eddie Murphy movies. So, but other than that, you know what? I know what my next Jet Li movie would be. It'll be The Forbidden Kingdom with Jackie Chan. I watched it once. I remember really liking it because it came out like 2008, but I only watched it like once. So we're definitely gonna watch it again, and it's with Jackie Chan, so that'll be a fun one to review. So that's my next Jet Li movie, Forbidden Kingdom. But other than that, guys, as usual, I'm gonna cheers and then peace out. But other than that, fuck Warner Brothers. Fuck Disney. Fuck La Bitch James. Fuck Colin Kaepernick. Fuck Kevin Smith. Because apparently his shitty He-Man series is coming back. I ain't watching, so. And of course, fuck Joe Biden. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow with my Beverly Hills Cop review. Peace!